Hi everyone, Coach Windows here, the Alignment Architect. Welcome back. Been a huge couple of weeks, lots of likes and subscribes, so please continue to support the channel. Today we're going to talk about something which over the last 2 weeks has been prevalent in the coaching conversations I've been having. How do I accelerate my progress? How do I maintain what I'm doing really well and continue to do it? And what do I do if I'm not getting the results I want? How do I change it? This is a model called the PDCA, Plan, Do, Check, Act model. This whole model is a continuous improvement model, but for me, it did one thing for me, this. Where am I in or out of alignment with what I want in life? The first part, the plan. Is your vision, mission clear about what you wanted? I did a previous video on begin with the end in mind. If you sat down and viewed this at the end, when the whole season's finished or that game's finished, what did you want to achieve? Clearly visualize that and picture that. What's the strategy? How are you going to go about it? You've got a detailed plan. If you can build that, then we can go back and measure how we went against that plan at the end, which makes it a lot easier to understand where the gaps are. Second part, do. You go out there and perform the plan. Everything you've worked on, in your head, understanding it, you break it down, you perform the steps. What are the processes I do to get the result I want? And during that time, you start to understand what's going on up on here. You try and become mindful of as I'm performing the function. How am I feeling? Am I anxious? Am I feeling good? I'm in flow state. Am I a bit stressed? And then you just capture that and you go, wow, I didn't realize that's happening while I'm performing the function. Wow, that's amazing. I can really take that and use that to my advantage. Part 3, now we can check. How did we go from plan to doing the actions? What happened? Did it work really well or didn't it work so well? Was I clear in the moment? Can I now use my mindfulness that I had while I was performing that task to now break this down and think, oh, I probably want to change a few things. Down in here in the result, 2 things are happening. You're either getting what you want or you're getting what you don't want. Getting what you don't want is a really good precursor to going back up into the plan and think, I'm really clear on that. I don't want that anymore. I need to change some things. The act part, what are we going to do about the things that we learn? There's 3 C's we want to really bed down here. What do I want to continue doing? What do I want to change? And what do I want to get rid of and chuck and just completely say, you know what, I'm done with that. I don't want to do it anymore. You can see I've underlined the 3 C's there. That's a really simple way to remember what those 3 C's are that you can be mindful of over here. While you're doing the function of that's going, you can say, I'm going to change my mindset, my beliefs about this whole thing. Failing forward. Even between these 2 parts of the wheel, I'm checking in and then I'm going to act and do something different. This is also I can go forward. I can get better. And even though I didn't fail, I did really well. How could I even enhance what I'm doing really well? But if I'm not going so well, I'm going to take steps to progress rather than freak out and panic. I'm going to use that information to get better. Then plug that back into the plan. 2 things we're trying to build in this whole model, which will really change your life and the way that you perform anything. Number 1, you're proving to yourself, getting some clarity around what's actually happening. Because you had a plan in the first place, you've got a baseline, you can judge it and you can prove to yourself, did it work, didn't work? And the 3 C's, continue, chuck, change, straight away they're in play because you can move forward quite quickly because you knew what you were trying to do and you knew what you want, what you don't want, came out at the end. So you can change that. And the second thing, the most important thing, momentum. If momentum's going the wrong way and going down the hill and it's not working, then you really need to stop and work out what you're going to do. Again, using this model. But if it is working, wow, I'm feeling good. I've actually got a good plan. Success leaves clues. So I can actually go and start repeating some of these things. My pre-games, my pre-week performance around how I set up for that, all start to map out. Then you prove to yourself, I'm actually pretty good at this and I can do this really well. Wonderful model. Accelerate your progress. This is how you do it. Good luck.